Hi, what's going on, everybody? This is Chaos 98.3, otherwise known as Josh, otherwise known as myself, and I would like to talk to you about a few things. Things going on in the real world, the real, and some stuff happening on screen right now. For example, this first bit that you're seeing right here is the construction of what I'm calling the Space Shuttle Atlas 1, maybe? I don't remember exactly. Basically, it's just designed to get as much science as I possibly can in order to do the next mission that you'll also see in this video. And when we get there, I have... Or actually, no. This is, in fact, the next mission that I was talking about. And I make one very stupid mistake in this, in these missions here. I accidentally put the science modules that I have to manually get out of the cockpit to retrieve the information from in a stage that's going to crash into the ground and die. So I lose all of the science that I could have gotten, and I don't realize it. I don't realize it until the very end, where I'm like, crap, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. And right now, I realize, and you guys should always do this if you're playing KSP, check your engineer's report to see if there's anything wrong, anything at all that you can change or whatever. Right here, the monopropellant that it's talking about is likely in the cockpit, and I could have probably saved a few dollars there, but that's not really my big concern. Here, I know I should be able to get above 70 kilometers, so that's why I take that contract, and oh my gosh, you'll see. Anyway, the real stuff that I want to get to after I take a sip of coffee, the real that I want to talk about is earlier this week, I think it was Russia that launched, Russia or Denmark? I think it was Russia though, that launched a rocket called First Dane, or maybe it's the first Danish man in space. I don't know. All I know is that it's 3 astronauts, cosmonauts, people that like to go to space in this rocket, and they are on their way to the ISS, which is the International Space Station, to do really cool stuff, and they have Legos on board, so I read. So let me tell you, I like space. I like everything about space. Space is beautiful. It's wonderful. And I understand, I don't fully understand really the actual cost that it takes to get into the vastness that is space. And let's be honest, except for probes, we as a species, as a race, the human race, has only ever gotten to kind of semi-space. I mean, we've gone to the moon, sure, but we haven't really gotten past that. And I think I heard NASA was talking about this little thing where they're going to send people to Mars. That would be, I've seen quite a few movies, in case those people haven't seen the movies I've seen. Mars, not really a place you want to go to. It's not that cozy. It's red all the time. There's a lot of iron in the air. You can't breathe without, you know, having a suit on. It's really not that great. There's going to be a movie coming out later this year, I think, called The Martian, starring who's that guy? Matt Damon? Is that the guy? I think so. He was in Interstellar, kind of playing the same character. Oh, by the way, I need to remember this for future reference. When going to space, and going above 100 kilometers, make sure the parachute is set, the altimeter, is that what it's called? Make sure that it's set to above 1,000 meters, because seriously, you'll see why at the end of the video. It's a shocking conclusion to this video. Anyways, Mars would be a great achievement for mankind, humankind, to go to. It would be the farthest that we've ever gone. It kind of makes me think something like along the lines of Alien, where you have a group of people, a crew of people, if you will, in the spaceship, and they're there for years. Now, in Alien, of course, that's they were there for like decades, maybe, or like a few years, 5 years. I'm thinking more along the lines of decades, because they're out in the vastness of space, very far away from Earth. This, you're just going to Mars, which is kind of like a hop skip away compared to Alien. But you know, really, I just realized this, I probably could have made a larger suborbital hop. I don't think I wouldn't have gotten to an orbit, but a suborbital hop, definitely. Anyway, I digress. I did manage to get up to 110 kilometers, though, so that made me happy. It was right around this point where I figured out that the science was not gonna happen, because I'm a dumbass, and I forgot to move it up a stage. Anywho, so that happened earlier this week, and apparently it was because they chose this this day to launch, because they had to reposition the International Space Station, and this was the, quote, safest time to launch. I guess they've heard about all the recent failures of, you know, SpaceX and stuff like that, places like those, that have had rockets blow up in their face, quite literally. But, you know what? I, as a human being who enjoys, you know, science fiction, I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. Star Trek for its realism, kinda. It's semi-realism. And Star Wars for its story. Now, I think if we, as the human race, are going to go into outer space and we're going to start exploring planets and systems. Oh gosh, here we go. Yep. The ground was way too tall for that. Oh man, that's another Kerbal dead. I'm sorry. And this is just a filler. I'm checking out the tech tree, what we can buy, what we can start getting ourselves into, which is a lot of mess. I bought some radial decouplers, so hopefully in the next one, where we're going to go into, well, the one after the next one is going to be the sciencey bit for the Atlas 1.5, which I'm going to probably rename it, you know, Atlas 2. But then the orbit will come after that, and we're going to use some solid rocket boosters to get there. So I think it's going to be real cool. And yeah, before I go, I want to mention, if you haven't seen it all over the YouTubes or the interwebs, go to NASA's YouTube page. NASA. They have this really cool animation of Pluto, taken from pictures of the New Horizons that just passed Pluto, I think earlier in the month, and it looks fantastic. You guys should go check it out if you're into that sort of stuff. Even if you're not, I love how space looks. I love how Pluto looks. So you should really check it out. Anyways, guys, that's all I have time for. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you found this this video educational and interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.